Hi, my name is Oracle Ani, and I am here today to tell you the story of the first time I saw a ghost. Like, saw a ghost. It's a totally different experience from feeling them, it's a totally different experience from hearing them, it's totally different from sensing them, and I always reference this story as I don't share it, but I do reference it in my mind when people ultimately tell me, I don't believe in ghosts, ghosts are not real. I go back to this experience, and there is no doubt in my mind that they are real. This experience kind of just laid the foundation for me, that they are real. And to give you a background, I was told, every time that I brought up being scared at home, um, my parents would just tell me, like, oh, you're just so creative and you're so, like, in your head all the time, and, like, ghosts aren't real, and, like, nothing's here, like, don't worry about it, like, this is a new house, like, what are you talking about? All this, like, don't, we don't talk about that here. If you're sensing something and you're getting a feeling, to then have the adults around you invalidate you, um, like, it's just, I don't know, like, what do you do with that? So anyway, just so you understand kind of like the house, it was on a hill away from the city. The house was so freaking dark because the mountain would block half of the light that you could get from the moon. And my room happened to be in the area of the house that was up against the mountain. And so, like, if I turned off the light in my room, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. It was that dark. I always felt like somebody was behind me and something was watching me. And I mean, even in the shower, I felt like something was behind me and something was watching me. And, there wasn't anything. Like, I was lucky enough to have my own private bathroom. So, like, it's not like anything could get in and, like, watch me or anything. And it wasn't until I got into college that I realized that the feeling of being watched in the shower wasn't normal. I could sense that it was like an old man, and I could sense where in the house it usually hung out. We had um, we had a room at the end of the hallway. It had been my brother's room. It was all black. Like, the walls were white, but the furniture and everything there was black. And I would spend my entire time there, just on the computer. Computer faced the like the built-in furniture against the wall, or it was like into the wall, and my back was towards the door of the room. I was a senior in high school, and this is a school night. I'm on the computer, and I'm talking to my friend Jessica, and we're just talking about anything, and I'm not doing anything particular on the computer either. Um, I know that it's starting to get late and that it's soon going to be my, like, bedtime, and every night my mom would stand at the doorway and let me know that it was time for bed and that I needed to turn off the computer and I needed to get ready for bed because there was school tomorrow. And I just assumed this night was like any other night. And all of a sudden, I feel a presence at the doorway. And I don't say anything. I just think, I'm like, ugh, my mom's about to tell me, time to go to bed, turn on the computer, you know? And um, I am ignoring her on purpose because I don't want to get off the phone and I don't want to turn off the computer and I don't want to go to bed. And I know that she is going to eventually get frustrated and just tell me what she has to tell me. But then nothing happens. Nobody yells at me. And I still feel the presence there. And again, my back is towards the doorway, I'm facing the computer, I'm on the phone. And then I start getting frustrated with the fact that my mom, I think, is just standing there. She's not saying anything, but with her presence, she's saying everything. And I get frustrated and I turn around with the phone and I look back and I see this leg walking towards me, like one leg made out of smoke, walking towards me. And I'm just like completely like in shock. I feel this like tensing in my body, like down my spine. And it's almost like I can't breathe. And I know exactly what I saw. And I tell my friend Jessica, I go, dude, I just saw a ghost. And I think she said, what? And I said, I have to go. I have to go. And I hang up the phone. And I'm just like, that was a fucking ghost. That was a ghost. It was, like I said, it was like gray smoke, and it was from the knee down, one leg. And I could tell that it was a pinstripe pant, and I could tell that they were very nice leather shoes. And I just kind of sat there and I sat with it, and I was like, what happened? um, Even though I was like tensed up and there was this rushing of energy through my body, I was not scared. I actually felt, what is this nonsense? Okay. I felt happy. I felt like, that's cool. Like, no, it wasn't that I felt cool. It's that I felt happiness. And the first thought that I had was, I wonder if that was my grandfather. Um, and then I just kind of left it at that. And I graduated high school and I moved out. And I never saw a ghost like that again until one of my trips to New Orleans. And then again in my own apartment. And then again. Okay, no, I think only 3 times. I think only 3 times like that, where it's this like white see-through smoke. Like if you can imagine a smoker's lounge, but instead of the smoke taking up the space of the room, it takes the shape of a human, or in this case, the shape of a fucking leg with a leather shoe. um, but yeah, so this is the when people tell me, "Oh, ghosts aren't real," and the afterlife is not a thing, and you're just making things up, I my brain always goes back to this experience and go like, no, sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this. Ghosts are real. um, that is the story of the first ghost I saw with my with my own eyes.